Interesting thing happening here, Colin, with Jordan Love, who is one of the league leaders in touchdown passes. He's been on fire. The only problem is he also has thrown 8 picks, which is tied for most in the league, something he knows he has to eliminate.
The interception is something I want to clean up, and definitely improve on, be able to be clean with the ball. I think the big focus for us is to go a game on offense having 100% ball security, so that's definitely a big takeaway. But, there's always different reasons for interceptions, whether it's bad read, a poorly thrown ball, things like that. So there's so many different ways things happen. But, for me, definitely something I'm going to focus on going forward.
Kid's amazing. Throws an occasional pick. So what? So what? He's #1 in passing touchdowns, and he's missed 2 starts. 2 or 3, I forgot. I think the kid's great. I think he's all-time. This Green Bay
all-time?
Well, I mean, I think he's going to end up being in the Mahomes, Lamar, Josh Allen, Burrow class. I really do.
Wait, I'm sorry. What?
I really do. I think he's that good. I think he's really, really special.
Okay. I've seen very, very good, but Mahomes, Allen, Burrow,
I'm not saying
that's the cream of the crop.
No, I think I think he's a cream of the crop talent. That's what I see. I think he's a cream of the crop talent. I really do. I think he's that good.
So where is he right now? You've got him in the second tier?
No,
he's not in with Lamar and those guys.
I think if I was a general manager and I had to say who could I have as my quarterback, I'd probably put him now at 6.
But here's the thing: 5, 6. Do you remember this summer we did the quarterback draft for Wes on social media? And I don't think either of us took Jordan Love.
Well, because we kept saying, I wish they would. I'd like to see like 5 more starts. Okay, I'm seeing them.
Sold.
He's better.
Okay.
Listen, we got to be honest about this stuff. Some guys we love, and after about a year, we're like, we don't love them. Some guys were like, you were very cynical. I was not cynical, but I'm like, I'd like to see 6 more starts. But I'm not at practice every day. I don't get the game. I don't get the practice film like the Packers. I trust the Packers on quarterbacks. I said it all summer. When it comes to quarterbacks, I trust the Packers. This kid is better than at the end of last year. He's better. And he was the hottest quarterback in the league, week like 12 to the end. Good.
So I'll ask you, Colin. You could take one of these 2 quarterbacks to build around.
Who?
Jordan Love or Brock Purdy?
It's not even close.
Okay, Jordan Love or Jalen Hurts?
Not even close.
Wow.
Not even close. The question is, Jordan Love or C.J. Stroud? I'd take Jordan Love.
No, really?
Way better athlete. Way better athlete.
Oh, my gosh.
No, I'm telling you, I think he... Listen, I know a lot of people... Well, you 7 years ago said... No, new information, okay? I'm getting new information. I came into the season saying I like him a lot. And now I've watched him, I'm like, oh, hell, I like him. This kid's great.
All right, Jordan Love or Jared Goff?
For the next 5 years, Jordan Love. I mean, Mahomes, no. Lamar, no. Josh Allen, no. Burrow's injuries scare me.
He's been healthy this season.
You're asking me as a GM to make a 5-year plan. I'm telling you, I think Jordan Love is...
Herbert or Love?
Good decision. Jordan's winning more.
So you basically have Jordan Love as like the 5th best quarterback in the league?
Yeah, I just said that, 5th or 6th. I think the kid's amazing.
Oh, my gosh.
I mean, everybody loves Caleb Williams. I'm like, you got to play Jordan Love twice a year, and one of them's not at home. Like, he is really good. I think he's that. Maybe I'm wrong, but what I'm watching is, okay, he throws interceptions. So did Andrew Luck. So did Peyton. So did Josh Allen. Mahomes now throws a stinker a week. Who cares? If you throw 38 times and I get 1 stinker, but magic 12 times, I'm good with it.
All right, last one. Jaden Daniels or Jordan Love?
Well, can I see a season of Jaden Daniels? Can you give me a full season? I mean,
next story is up.
Wow. Okay. I almost skipped this because I was like, I saw that it was about the turnovers, and I was like, I've already talked a lot about these turnovers and stuff like that. But I was like, you know what? Jordan Love is speaking about it, and I was like, hey, let's just see what he has to say because everyone's speaking for him. And now Colin Cowherd dropping some takes here. That Jordan Love is going to be in the class of none other than the Patrick Mahomes. You guys all know I think Jordan Love is elite and a top quarterback in the NFL. I kept saying that the Packers are dynasty building. I said this preseason, right, in the summer, and said that Jordan Love and C.J. Stroud are my top 2 MVP predictions. So make no mistake about it. I think Jordan Love is that special. But it was funny that J-Mac's going to be like, Brock Purdy or Jordan Love? Jalen Hurts or Jordan Love? And it's like, Jordan Love because he can do everything that those quarterbacks can do and more, quite frankly. So yeah, those were crazy. I understand if it starts to get a little bit more interesting when you bring in a CJ Stroud and when you bring in obviously like the Lamars and the Allens and stuff like that, the Joe Burrows. But I think Green Bay is probably very, very happy that they have their guy in Jordan Love. The other thing though that I wanted to emphasize, because it is interesting, if you guys saw Drew Brees kind of talked about this and talked about having interceptions, and that as you get older, because he talked about this too, as he matured through his career, he threw less interceptions because as a quarterback, you have to really become a master of probability, right? And it's when to throw, when to take a risk, when to take a chance, right? When to take that chance and when to make that throw, right? At what time do you do that? And so that is something that Jordan Love is going to continue to improve. And sometimes it's just a bad throw, right? Mechanically, your arm drops, whatever it may be. So that's the thing about Jordan Love right now in terms of his turnovers. It's really like him just still having to figure out, probability. Like maybe I don't need to make this throw right now. And like I've defended all those throws and defended who he is as a quarterback in terms of how great he is and how he can make every single throw all over the field. So of course he's going to do that because he doesn't really see them necessarily as chances. But as he continues to play, as he turns the ball over, he will be humbled like every quarterback that's ever existed. And that's how you start to be like, okay, I can make all these throws, but it doesn't mean that I'm going to be successful all the time. And if I make this throw, there's a chance that there's going to be turnover. Do I need to make this throw right now, right? And that's just part of maturing as a quarterback. And like I highlight very, very frequently is that's the job of Jordan Love and Matt LaFleur, right? That is how they're going to have these conversations, have these discussions, right? It's like when you throw an interception, you now meet up with him and it's like, did you need to throw that ball, right? Was that important? Look at the game right now, right? The score is 21-17. We're on our own 40. We just converted 2 first downs pretty easily. Was that the throw we needed to make right now, right? It's the fourth quarter, 9 minutes to go. We're rolling. Our last possession, we just scored a touchdown pretty easily, right? We've been able to run all day on this team. Is that the throw that we needed to make, right? Like it's just all of these types of conversations that you have. And so it's a learning process. So I agree, Jordan Love is late. And the turnovers, I go back and forth so much on these things, right? How much interceptions matter because all the greats turn the ball over at a very high rate and have had plenty of turnovers. And again, look no further than Patrick Mahomes turning the ball over 5 times, throwing 5 interceptions in 4 Super Bowls. And yet he's on the path to trying to become the GOAT, right? So it's like, and a lot of people always talk about this, right? You turn the ball over, you lose the game, right? Lose a turnover battle, yada, yada, yada. And it just seems like the pendulum always swings back and forth. And Colin has talked about this as well a lot, right? And that was kind of one of the things that kind of held back Aaron Rodgers, that he takes care of the ball too much, but he doesn't take chances. And again, it's like you got to be more aggressive if you want to get over this hump, if you want to win the important games, win the NFC Championship games, get to the Super Bowls, win Super Bowls, right? You got to be more aggressive. But on the flip side, Brett Favre, as Packer fans will know, and I guess even Vikings and Jets fans or whatever, like they'll know that you risk it too much, then you also lose games, right? So it's fascinating. It really, really is. There's definitely a number. I don't think we know what the ideal touchdown to interception ratio is, quite frankly, but I think there probably is a golden number. For every 3 touchdowns, 1 interception's okay, or every 4 or 5, whatever, then I'm just making up numbers. Like whatever it is, we know, okay. And if it's actually too little, it's like, well, you're probably not pushing it enough, right? Like you probably would be better off taking more chances. And so we need the real smart guys to kind of run the aggressive analytics to kind of figure that out. Because I don't think we've really reach that answer just yet. It probably also depends on how good your defense is. So there's going to be a lot of factors at play, but I don't watch these games. I think really ultimately this is what happens with Jordan Love and the Green Bay Packers in terms of perception. If they win, It's who cares? You got, you're going to throw interceptions. The dude threw for 3 touchdowns and 310 yards, whatever, right? He throws an interception and they lose. It's Jordan Love needs to take care of the ball more. He's costing us games. This is ridiculous. He had 2 interceptions, right? Like, if they win, it's who cares, right? Kind of like what Colin was saying. And if they lose, this is a problem. Right now, Patrick Mahomes is throwing interceptions at an alarming rate. Defense is picking him up. Andy Reid scheming. They're winning games, and it's kind of like, yeah, whatever. He makes the right plays at the right time. He's great in the fourth quarter when it matters, and no one really cares. If they drop 2 games, if they lost to the Bengals, if they lost to the Ravens, people would say, this is a problem. What's going on with Patrick Mahomes? Is this concerning, right? What's wrong? Does he miss Tyreek Hill, right? Is Travis Kelce past his prime? Like, it starts to go off the rails, the conversation. So ultimately, if they keep winning, nobody will care. The moment they start to lose, right, like lose a game or 2 in a row or, whatever it may be, then people will be like, this is a problem. Jordan Love is too reckless, right? Like, it's all about the outcome, right? And that's why I try to talk about it regardless of the outcome, right? Even when they were winning, it's like, okay, let's talk about these interceptions. Do they matter? How are these unfolding? Et cetera, et cetera. And I know, as a lot of Packers fans have also pointed out, some of these interceptions are because of a receiver falls or tipped or whatever it may be, and that's totally relevant as well. But Jordan Love spoke right there, right? Like he understands that he wants to take care of the ball better. So yeah, it's just that balance of trying to figure out of how to minimize some turnovers, but still not take away what makes Jordan Love special. And I think I've said this before about Jordan Love, right? Like, he is an absolute game changer and a game breaker, an elite game changer and an elite game breaker. He just now needs to continue to grow and become an elite game manager, right? Like, that's what you have to do. That is what Patrick Mahomes has done. That is what Tom Brady has done. Peyton Manning. It's what all the greats have done before him. And that is the process that Jordan Love, that's his journey in the NFL, because he's already got everything else. It's just now learning how to manage games a little bit more smoothly. And then it's just going to be ring, 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 ring. Let's go. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about Jordan Love putting a big focus on eliminating turnovers, and what Colin said about Jordan Love being in the class of Patrick Mahomes? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single comment, so whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get in some discussions. Let's get in some fights, but ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We're building an amazing community here, and I'd absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all genuinely feel connected to, something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help with the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much, and see you next time.